Hello, everybody, and welcome to a surprise Wednesday reading. I had some really good channeling downloads last night and today so far, and my life has been flowing like water lately. So I am thinking, we got to get another reading because we got some stuff going on out there, and people got to balance right now. We got to balance. 11/13 of 2024. Today is a number 14, which goes down to a 5. And that is our creation. And I'm going to start out, I only did a few, okay, because this is a surprise reading, because the energy is coming through so crazy right now after the 11/11 portal. Um, So I'm gonna do a few cards today. I hope everybody's doing magical today, and eh, life is gonna be amazing. I just feel it. I swear, I really do. Um, the first card that we got was a 14, which is 5. We got a lot of fives today, and it says, "I hope that lover, everyone else you learn to make yourself." Now, this isn't a book she's got. Okay, that doesn't make sense. I hope that whoever, it says lover. I hope that lover, everyone else you learn to make yourself proud. Okay, I don't really know. It looks like lover, but it could be something else. But I think just make yourself proud. Make yourself proud that you're learning, you're finding things out on Earth School that you never knew before. And a flower child, momentum, creativity, and action. I've always been a flower child. I love flower children. I think they can be so pure. Sometimes they can be confused, and sometimes they can be right on. But they were all about love, you know, the age of Aquarius. Self pollination, momentum, creativity, action. I am the beekeeper of my own garden that grows. It's so easy to accidentally live for others, for their approval, praise, and validation. The ego thrives off this. It's easier for it to exist and make choices that way. But more than ever now is a time to take your focus off the wants of others and start focusing on the poles of your soul and heart, even if it doesn't seem right. What does spirit call you to do? What is it that you really want to do, to feel? Ironically, perhaps channeling your energy there will end up being the best service to others, not desperate attempts to satisfy that come from lack, comfortableness, and scarcity. Dear flower child, throwing her seeds and flowers. You were blooming even when you thought you couldn't. Your sweetness is now attracting the bees. Think of your energy channels as bees that pollinate, nourish flowers and growth. You have the power to summon them and send them whatever you want. Where will you send them, Queen Bee? Remember, this this card has an energy of royalty behind it. What you say and what you think has great power behind it now. With so many bees on your side, now is a potent time for creativity, projects, and taking action on whatever it is that you really want to do. Anything you act on or set intentions for has the perfect sacred soil right now on the physical and metaphysical levels. So plant your seeds. Magic flower child, you are ripe with power and possibility. Use it. Drawing this card can also be an affirmation of self love and of honoring your own sacred life. You're at a place of rich soul, and nutrients. You planted yourself, watered yourself, and you've grown so much because of it. And so you shall continue, even when it feels like you've been buried, you still find a way to flourish. Get clear on what areas you want to see your bees energy and focus go to. Take action and take the first step on any projects or ideas you have. Even if they seem super small, you have momentum. You will be surprised at how much flow and power you seem to have right now. Write your projects or ideas down and organize them. Put them into actionable steps. Break them down into bite-sized pieces and then eat them up. You got this, Queen Bee. I like that. That you got it. And queen, king, whatever, we don't play the masculine and feminine, the male versus female. It's all, we are all one. Just different body parts on our avatar, but we're all one. My husband says, you know, I just love how you say every time you're talking, I just love that card. He says, you love every card. I said, I know, but I love the messages. So I do love them. We got a number 12, and we know three is the divine. It's the Father, Son, and Mother. And if you're in need of a lesson, there is wisdom in trees, spirit of the trees, nature priestess, inner peace. You know, before when I was reading The Flower Child, remember I said I couldn't figure out what that book, that one word said it looked like lover and it didn't make any sense. Well, she had said in there that it didn't make any sense or something you read. It was really funny because it was like what I just went through. I am turning into stillness, peace, and ancient wisdom. If you have pulled this card, you are being guided to deeply connect and vibrate with the energy of nature at this time. It has much to teach you, especially the spirit of the trees. If you can be still, present, and quiet, and listen, only then will you understand all that it has to show you. And intelligence that has existed for millions of years, the power of deep breaths, ancient knowledge, and pure presence. The wisdom of the trees invites you to view abundance and existence in a whole new way, very different from the human way. It can teach you that you too can bear fruit and flowers gently and gracefully. You don't need to push or force things so hard. Our best work and flow come from a state of ease and contentment, not stress and hurry. This card can also be an omen that you are cultivating inner peace and wisdom. Your soul has been seeking deep rest and a break from society. Listen to that. It's okay to take a break from it all. A priestess of nature must have time in spiritual solitude to connect with the forces unseen. As a vessel of spirit, this is where she draws her power from. There is a clean and steady stream that flows right beside you. Will you take a drink from these life-giving waters? They hold ancient secrets and can purify you. When you most need it, especially when your hands are dirty, nature can help cleanse your soul after too much focus on city life or egoic desire. I don't know what that word is. Trees have been here since the dawn of the earth, whereas humanity has only just arrived and seeked to conquer. We must remember our place alongside the trees. They are the wise and ancient ones. They are intelligent in ways that are far beyond us. Different from us, they are vital in sustaining life. We could not go on without them, but life would go on without us. Wow, that's deep. That's true too. Sit or lie beside a tree spirit. Meditate beneath it and graciously ask for a vision or insight. Be patient. Thank it for the beauty and precious oxygen it provides. Communicate with it, touch it, feel and embody its energy. If you can, have a picnic outdoors. Take a book, journal, or drawing pad. Bring that energy back with you into your life and bear fruit effortlessly. I just said that. I have been flowing like water lately. My life has taken a beautiful turn. Compassion and love is just there. I mean, we all go through those really deep downer days, but we have to rise above it. We are better than that. I did a reading with the Starseed Oracle today, but I am going to read the Golden Future because I did. No, no. I'm reading the Golden Future last. I'm sorry. Okay. We're going to do that and Starseeds last. We're going to go to the Enchanted Map Oracle because I did have a feeling what cards I should pull, how many cards I should pull, but Spirit told me what to do and how to do it. So that's where we're here. Now, the first card that we got was a 15, and it was reversed. And this is One Ring Circus. You are capable and competent. If you think that the sun won't rise without you, then it's time to change. Perhaps you believe no one will be there to help you, or you expect that you have to do all the work, emotionally or otherwise. This is a fear-based idea and only serves to alienate you from others by taking away their right to participate. Receiving the One Ring Circus card may indicate the misuse of power. Give it up, let go of the need to control how the wind blows, and let others play their part. You don't need to be invincible, have all the answers, or be the savior. Things will get done if you step out of your own way. Yet, another meaning for this card suggests that someone else may be trying to control you. This needs to be addressed. Don't be afraid to set a boundary. This is a wonderful step to independence. Consider the example of two trees planted side by side, sharing the sunlight equally, neither overshadowing the other. That is a great uh that is a great card. I didn't say love. I do love it though, but yeah, it's a beautiful card, and I completely agree. We have to go independently on this journey. If you are being controlled by somebody, release the binds, release the bondage, because you're not their toy. You are you, and you don't have to be controlled by anyone. Okay, the clarifiers today were beautiful. There were like clarifiers that we normally don't get out of this Wild Reflections. I love the Wild Reflections tarot that I got for clarifiers. And yeah, it was the Ace of Cups, which we got the other day, but this one was reversed. The other day it was straight up. It's our oyster. It's beautiful, but there's some issues here. Coldness, emptiness, emotional loss, blocked creativity, feeling unloved, gloominess. When the Ace of Cups is reversed, it can signal that the current feels an emotional blockage. They may be going through a period where they are repressing emotions or having trouble expressing themselves to a loved one or creativity. This card also signifies that the current should take time to engage in activities they love to get their creativity and joy flowing again. It is a time to practice self-love, self-expression, and connect with their intuition. Let me tell you a little story about Fawny D. When Fawny D started going through the dark night of the soul, I was by myself. My husband had went back to Pennsylvania, and me and my two dogs were down here by ourselves. We really didn't know a lot of people. We knew the guy next door, and we knew the guy across the couple across the street. So my husband says, if you need anything, they're right there, no problem, do. But what I did do, because I had been on an emotional roller coaster for so long. I mean, my mind was just going a million miles an hour, and I was so sad, and I was so depressed, and I felt so lonely. And I felt like, I had left my family. My family's back in Pennsylvania, and I'm down here in Florida. I left all my friends. I have a few friends way down in Fort Pierce, but that's 5 hours away, so I don't get to see them. But it was like I felt completely isolated and alone. But when my husband left, I had the time to work on myself. I started eating good and cooking different things that were really good for you. And not that I was on a diet, I just felt like I needed to work on self and I had the time to do it. So I did. I started meditating, and let me tell you, meditation was the hardest for me because my mind is goes a million miles an hour. Always did, always will. But not now. Not always will. I shouldn't have said that. Not always will. Because now I don't get upset over things. I used to, when somebody died, I don't even if I didn't know them, I would get so sad. I mean, if I went into a hospital, I would get so drained. The energy, the negative energy. Now I kind of block it out. I know what I'm working with when negative comes, and it's my fear and it's my trigger, and I'm working on that. But that gave me 3 months on my own to really be able to meditate and find myself again. And I did. And as I started leveling up in my journey, I started feeling more beautiful just as a person, not looks, not glamorous looks, but just beautiful inside. Like I connected with the creator like I've never connected with the creator before. I've been to churches, I went to Bible class, I went to Christian schools. I believe, I do believe, but we got to remember AI wrote the Bible. AI probably wrote a lot of things. And we always had the ability to go within. We just didn't know it. And now, once you know it, it's like, I ain't ever going back to that girl. No way. She was a mess. And I was. I was a mess. And I will admit it because I can look back on myself and see I was sick, I was hurt, I was crying all the time. It was just a bad scene with me. And I'm sure you guys have went through all that too. It's nothing normal. We all go through it. But we need to rise above it. And we've got to make the right choices. We've been getting this card a lot because this is an important card. That is a pathway and you come to a fork, like a fork in the road. And either way looks beautiful. There's no wrong way for you. If you've worked on yourself, you know what way to go. And this was upright. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. Whatever the choice is, you must take responsibility for it. Yet you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition, ask for a sign from spirit, and you will be led to the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. We have to meditate. We have to learn how to quit. It took me, I would say at least 2 months to get to the point where I could go out of the body of thought. Dreams, I've been having dreams for years. I've been leaving my body for years. So dreams aren't abnormal for me and they do come true. So, but we got to number 30, and that's a divine message. And what's interesting about this card is the card we got with it. And that's a 10, the Wheel of Fortune. And it wasn't reversed. Change, cycles, fate, decisive, momentum, luck, fortune, unexpected events. The Wheel of Fortune turns ever more, seemingly to communicate that life is made up of both good and bad times, and that the cycle is one that we cannot control. Rapid change will bring new opportunities and it will make your life better. New circumstances can put an end to past difficulties and herald a period of good fortune and success. We have a beautiful world that we're going to create, all of us. We just got lost for a while, but we're found and we're finding our soul family and we're trying to get out there. I've been getting out there a lot, just every other day, every day, just saying what Spirit is trying to tell everybody. It's got to be easier. We've got to go with the flow. We're forcing things too much. And with that, we've got the 49, the talisman, and it was reversed. A lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. A reverse talisman card warns that you must be aware of the repetitive patterns in your life. Sometimes the things that feel most familiar carry with them reminders of what you don't want to experience again. Yet here you are faced with an important choice. You can move forward cautiously, or you can look for another path that will take you in a new direction. Consider this. If you've fallen down a hole a few times, why wouldn't you walk around it at this time? If you know where the hole it lies, treasure the wisdom. Although the universe is unlimited, every individual's path has some limitations. Accepting that not all avenues are available to you at this time is a powerful realization. That said, you don't have to retrace your footsteps either. No matter what, you're on this path to gain greater wisdom. Regardless of the choice you make, this is the time to ask others who have been here before for advice and assistance. Their wisdom will awaken your own. Yeah, don't do this alone. If you have friends that are awakening with you and are going down the path, don't tell each other how to do it. Just help each other. Because if you see her, which is interesting, I've been saying like with the flow of water, and her footsteps are lighting up. But right here, there's a fish, and she's got the talisman. She's going down this long and winding road. But is she going to follow? There's the yin and yang symbol. Is she going to follow her back on her footsteps, or is she going to go forward down it's like the Silk Road of discovery? Those two cards almost correlate together. This is a straight path with a bird on it, and this is the yin and yang and the fish. So we've got the air and the water. That's funny. I got a little funny to tell you. Me and my husband have been doing some different things, stepping out of the box. The other night I was being goofy. We were both being goofy. And I said, that reminds me a lot of the air sign. And I blew on him. And I go, here's some water sign for you. And we have this thing, it's now we're doing it just for fun. We're stepping out of our box. We're doing things that we would have never did before. Maybe it's stupid, but you know what? He laughs every time I do it now. It's just a funny thing and it's just a little thing, but we've got to create for beauty. If we are not living in beauty, we created that. Stop, really stop and think about it. Now, with the talisman and the Wheel of Fortune, that was the clue, but we didn't have, I couldn't get a card to correspond with that. So I stopped with the talisman with the wild reflections because I couldn't get one. But now I did get one after encouragement. So see, someone's having a hard time making a choice and they don't know. They've got the idea that they have a choice that they can make. They're free to make that choice. But she was kind of upside down because she is at a crossroads, okay? The winding road, and she's not sure if she wants to take the Silk Road. Kind of, sort of. That's what it feels like to me, the Silk Road. But she's going to go. The fish is going to help her flow. The water that she's feeling is going to help her flow. Because we've got 54, which is a 7, and that's encouragement. Okay, you are receiving a nudge in the right direction. This card tells you that you're being gently encouraged to step into your power, into the dream of your life. New things are out there to be explored, and the nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You will get the help you need and won't be alone in your quest. Every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You are on the right path. Keep going. And look at the love, beautiful, beautiful creature of the giraffe. So long, elegant, and graceful. And look at the love with the mama and the baby. That's gorgeous, beautiful. Okay. With that, we got the Two of Pentacles. And look at her. She's just flowing. Look, she's got the universal going on with the flowers and the basket. And she's all riding on the beach and she's enjoying her day, balancing resources, adaptation, resourcefulness, flexibility, stretching resources. The two the twos are all about relationship balance and harmony. The Two of Pentacles signifies that the asker is multitasking and attempting to balance many responsibilities. This card can also indicate that the asker needs to implement more organization into their routine. They should determine which resource will help them feel less overwhelmed, whether it is hiring additional help or seeking advice. Yeah, that's a good card. We are taking a lot of things for granted, and we shouldn't. Okay. Oh, why? Okay. I was channeling something. I was asking a question. We got a number 20, and it's flying with a unicorn and birds, beautiful little bubbles in a maze over a maze. If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today, you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over, that all your hard work has paid off, and the things you hoped for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. Yes, we have a lot of angels around us. We just don't realize it. Got to realize it because we got some beautiful. The Ace of Wands, how beautiful is that? With the purple and blue hummingbird. She's holding one of those Japanese trees with the rock. It looks like he inspiration, creativity, spark. We got that spark card yesterday. New initiative, new passion, enthusiasm, and energy. Wands symbolize creativity, and the Ace of Wands is the boldest among the cards in the suit. It bravely helps you find your own voice and creates a space where you can develop your own visions. When you draw the Ace of Wands, it indicates that you should just go for it. Take the chance and pursue an idea that you have in mind. This is what you plan. What are you going to plan? Now, that was the end of that, but I did have another card pop out with the Ace of Wands, and it was the Three of Wands. And that is, we started with a divine message and we ended with another divine message. So this has all been divinely created by Source. Momentum, confidence, expansion, growth, foresight, looking ahead. The meaning of the Three of Wands suggests that everything around you plans is going smoothly because you have taken the time to plan your future and are taking steps to turn your plans into action. The Three of Wands can indicate that you are in control and have a strong position, just like the character that overlooks sits calmly and strong in the card. The Three of Wands is one of the main cards that represents foresight and vision. Your visions are not wrong. Your visions are right on time, and it is the timing of everything. Now we are going to go to the star seeds. And we got some amazing cards. I just let them flow. We got all paths lead to home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. It's normal to look to the external world for answers and guidance. What's revolutionary is turning your gaze inward. You're being called to source your guidance from within, to study the terrain of your inner landscape, to develop a reliable relationship with your soul. The more time you spend connecting with your soul, the deeper the connection will become. The challenge for empaths is staying connected without cutting off from the world. The best way to do this is to develop a particular practice that helps you to keep checking in, to draw on the wisdom within and let that be the authority in your life. If this card appears, you may be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice, to get in the habit of turning your gaze within, getting centered for the day before consuming anything from the outside world, to start from a feeling of at-homeness, and throughout each day to find simple ways to keep coming home. This doesn't mean switching off from the realities of today's world. We need as many conscious people as possible living with their eyes wide open. Rather, it's a call to start your day from a place of connectedness, grace, and devotion. So when you go out into the world and when you let the world in, you do it from an unshakable state of being, a a state where you draw your strength, authority, and guidance from a place deep, deep within. How are you being called to turn your gaze within? You could ask yourself that question. And that is a beautiful card. I mean, it always feels like we're not home. I've had so many people, my hair is just crazy today. I've had so many people say they just didn't realize it. They just never thought about it. Okay. We got forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. That's a good question. Be the leader we wish we had. If you wait until the path is perfectly paved, you won't be forging your own path. And you'll likely not even take the first step. Don't let a small detail like being unable to find someone to show you the way be the reason you don't step forward and lead. Let it be the reason that you do. The most courageous and needed leaders are the ones who don't wait for permission or until the morning they wake up feeling ready. They take a deep breath, put one foot in front of the other, and figure it out as they go. They don't wait for someone to lead them. They lead themselves. This is a card for leaders. You're here to pave a path that hasn't been walked before, to go first and lead the way for others who are calling you in. If you feel misrepresented in the media, step forward for all those who also feel misrepresented. If no one's speaking out on the topics you feel passionate about, share your unique voice. There's no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combination of skills, gifts, and life experiences. Don't look to those who have come before you to work out your path. Leaders must forge their own. Do it for your daughter. Do it for your younger you. Do it for your leaders who'll follow. When you go first, you make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. How are you being called to forge rather than follow? How can you be the leader you wish you had? Write those down on a piece of paper and ask yourself those questions and then write your thoughts down so you know what you feel and see what comes of it. Just experience nothing's wrong. There's nothing that will be wrong. Because we got trust the timing and trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So often, those who feel like they're here for a reason sense that time is running out, and they spend their life worrying that they might miss their moment. But the only way to miss your life or your moment is to spend your time worrying about missing it. It's never too late to answer a calling, and you're never too old. The tides of your life are magnificently orchestrated to come in and out in perfect unison. Don't race ahead and ride a wave that was never meant for you. You'll waste your precious time and energy when instead you could be enjoying your life. Everything has a season, and you're being called to trust the one you're in. Don't let impatience, comparison, competition, or paranoia disturb the seeds. It seems that everyone has anxiety these days, constantly scanning for something they might have missed or a possible threat. Keeping our mind and body pointed in the same direction as our soul is near impossible at such reactive speeds. Right now, you're being reminded to take a breath and trust the wave you came in on, to trust the season you're in. Time isn't running out. There's plenty of time. There's no rush, and it's never too late. How can you trust the timing of your life a little more? So I would write those questions down and answer them. Think about it and answer it. Meditate on it. I think if you meditate on it and take your mind out of it, you'll get an easier description. Because activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. This is good. Ley lines are invisible pathways on the land along with which energy travels. They can be sensed when we tune in to them with our subtle sense, also known as spirit paths. You've been compared to the meridian system of the body used in Chinese medicine. And they link sacred sites, stone circles, burial mounds, and places of worship worldwide. In Australian Aboriginal culture, song lines were the paths traveled by the creator beings as they made the land and sea during the dreaming. These paths were recorded in the traditional songs and dance of the people, allowing them to access information about the land's history and to travel safely across great distances. Many believe that as we visit such sacred points on earth, something is activating within us. Some also believe that by connecting with the land with devotion at these sacred places, something is activating within the planet too. Are you being called to travel to a sacred place that your soul remembers, or to tend the land you live on, to honor and acknowledge the known and unknown keepers or nature spirits of that land? As you connect with the earth and honor its keepers, the land opens up more fully to hold you. The fruits provide more nourishment, and the guardians watch over you. Place this card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following: I honor and thank the keepers of earth. Beneath me, known and unknown, thank you for your nourishment and tender holding. I like those. That was a beautiful starseed message for us. And we have one more. I saved the golden future for last because it's a 21 and it's another 3. And this has been a completely divine message. Trust your needs will be met. The economy. And international trade ceases. Countries that rely on exports will make massive adjustments to become self-sufficient and to care for their citizens. When the old financial paradigm collapses, various currencies will take its place for a while until money ceases to be relevant. Then people will share and exchange the goods they want or need. As consciousness rises, individuals worldwide will understand that there is enough for everyone, so ownership will no longer be necessary. Wise community decisions, open-hearted sharing, and generous giving will replace the old economic ideas. Everyone will pool their assets and their food, taking only what they need. They will build homes collectively, freely contributing their skills. When the masses live at a fifth dimensional frequency without ego, whatever is needed will automatically be made available. In the golden future, people will trust the universe to provide for all their needs, so will freely share what they have. Said that when I had that dream. That people will live in real clean, spacious, beautiful homes. And they'll come, it'll say vacant. You'll move in. And if you decide to move, you put it, it'll go back exactly how it was. And you move on and it's free for someone else. So that is what it's going to be, because we'll be traveling. We'll be dreaming. We'll be astro traveling. We'll be creating things. We'll be in higher dimensions. We'll be amazing teachers and students. This card calls on you to open your heart and meditate on the flow of abundance and prosperity in your life. Fifth dimensional thoughts and beliefs automatically and easily draw anything that you need from the universe, so cultivate them. Your personal economic situation depends solely on your consciousness. The more people open their hearts and minds to the divine and accept their due as beloved children of the universe, and more quickly the entire planet will move into the golden future. Hold the faith for everyone. Lord Gautama, the Buddha known as the embodiment of wisdom, is helping to clear old attitudes to finance so as to create an equitable and compassionate world. Surround yourself in this citrine light, then consciously focus on abundance, perhaps practicing open-hearted receiving as well as giving, and at the same time take economic decisions in a grounded, sensible, and practical way. And yeah, I have citrine right here on my desk. I have a lot of crystals right here on my desk, in front of me, because I need to be grounded more because of my energy that I give out and I receive. Sometimes the energy kind of makes me sick. So I have to be careful with the different energies that I'm coming in contact with. You'll notice your energies change when you're in like a negative situation. Like, say you have to go to the hospital because someone was sick, and you go in and you can feel like a lead pipe just smack you in the head with bad energy because it's sick. People are sick at hospitals and nursing homes and things. And that energy that you can pick up is so draining. It's so sad. It just is. And I feel the pain a lot of times, the loneliness and the sickness. And sometimes I just can't handle it. But anyway, this is a surprise. Here I am. We did a great reading today, and I just felt that my soul family, somebody needed something. Somebody needed some answers. And I hope that I gave you the right answers. I hope that spirit, uh, the divine source, the creator of all, and I hope you're listening to your angels and your ancestors and meditating. Meditation is very, very important at this time in the stage. I love everybody. I do. And may every step in your journey be magical. You know what? Just be you. You're unique and you're special. Don't ever forget that. And may every step in your journey be magical. It has to be. Okay, I'm gone. Just be you.